47-year-old Amy Driscoll was always known as the loving mother, teacher, and leader of her church.
I just can't believe it. Of all the people in all the world, Amy Driscoll, we had so much faith and hope in her, but this just came out of nowhere. She leads Bible studies and leader of our women's movement. She leads us in worship. I just can't believe Amy Driscoll.
Yes, I need help. My husband's been shot by an intruder. It looks like a gun that TJ Teague encouraged us to get at Whitaker's. Come, hurry, 707 Hilltop Lane.
Foxborough's a nice place. I know the Driscolls lived out there. All the rich people, the TJ Teague up on the hill, and BJ Cotton and his family, all the rich people. Well, I never thought anything like this could happen.
So, as it turns out, our daughter was away for college, and that night I was so put out after trying to figure out the budget with him, I decided to sleep in my daughter's room, and I heard a strange noise. At first I just thought it was the wind, but then I realized that the front door window had been busted, and so I get up, I hear a scuffle, and my bedroom's right directly across the hall from my daughter's, and I opened the door, and there was my husband on the floor. He'd been shot. I can't imagine what happened, who came in, or what could have happened at that point.
Mark grew up in Greenville, Kentucky, where he was a respected teacher. Him and Amy had been married for over 20 years. Well, I've been away at college, but I did notice a difference in my parents when they started doing this Dave Ramsey thing that the Cottons came up with. And they would call me at night to tell me good night and everything, and they would be arguing. I wasn't allowed to use the credit card anymore, so I knew something was different. And I didn't think it would come to this, but they had been married for 20 years, and their marriage was going well, until they started a Dave Ramsey study with family friends, the Cottons and the Teagues.
Gotten bad. I know Mark had gotten real cheap. He'd been talking to BJ about some kind of amortization chart and paying off snowball debt. And old TJ Teague, he'd tried to refinance through Quicken Loan, and they were just getting a big head, and it really got to Mark. He was using coupons at McDonald's, and he just didn't want to give out a dime. And that's when things really went downhill for the Driscolls.
Well, what happened was we were actually really doing pretty good lately, and then our friends decided they wanted us to do this Dave Ramsey study. And so we've been going over to TJ and Shelby Cotton's house on Tuesday nights doing Dave Ramsey, and well, I don't know if you know how cheap my husband has always been, but super cheap. So here we are. We have this massive form we have to fill out that BJ made for us, and that night I do admit we got in an argument.
Frankly, things were just not adding up. Signs of forced entry were not there. We knew that we just had to find the weapon to pin it on Amy. So we remembered that there was a pond right outside the house and some kind of crappy paddle boat that she could have easily used to take it out and dump it right in the middle of the pond. So we went ahead to tell her that we were going to have to drain the pond to look for the murder weapon, and we set up cameras all around the pond. After she saw the hidden video clip, her story began to change. She started trying to blame it on her brother-in-law TJ or family friend BJ. So we knew that her story was not true from the beginning, and from that point on, I think we were pretty sure that she had in fact killed her husband.